Hi guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant, energy reader. Hello. Excuse the state of me. I haven't slept in days. My daughter was so ill. She's had a temperature for a few days. Well, only at night. She's fine. Better in the day anyway. So yes, quick reminder, I'm giving away a free 1 hour reading. If you're interested in having that, all you need to do is comment the word Christmas reading and your name, and I will pop your name in the hat. The draw happens at Christmas. Okay, so I have just did cancel, that's uploading, but Spirit, I went to quickly do one more sign before I crack on, and Spirit was like, no, I want a collective energy, like, read. So here I am, that's what they want, so I'm going to squeeze this in quickly. They want moonology, so let's do this. We have a time to give rather than take. Expect powerful change. Step out your comfort zone. Oh, two together. Ugh. Balancing spirituality and practicality. Don't let your pride get in your way. Okay, so with a time to give rather than take, I'm actually getting Christmas kind of spirit, relaxed, really try and free flow over these next few weeks, because it only happens once a year, and obviously some of you people don't celebrate Christmas, which is completely fine, but I love Christmas. I love it, even though it's so much money and so much. I just love Christmas. I love the tree being up. I love watching my children in the morning. Like, even though I have teenagers, I'm grateful. It's just a vibe. So they're saying, like, if you do celebrate Christmas, like, roll with that. A time to give rather than take. Obviously, it's a giving time of year, so remember that. So we've got expect powerful change and step out your comfort zone. So it feels like you are mastering already. The energy feels like you've already moved into this. You're mastering pushing yourself out your comfort zone, and what's happening is there's big powerful change coming that you can't see. That is going to be coming through. I believe you're working hard at balancing yourself, keeping your energy at more just tame, rather than going like up really high and really low, and you know, you're learning to master that balance a bit better, and don't let pride get in your way. I'm actually just getting for that, like, really more Leo spirit, which is that fierce lion energy. So although you're learning to be balanced, you're still learning to be fierce with strength. Lion in tarot, lion card, strength card in tarot, lion. You're like holding that strength still, that fierceness, but you're being balanced, and you're working on this, and there's big change coming because of this. So the fact that we have that Christmassy card, emotions are running high. It is an emotional time for people, Christmas, but I feel like this is just confirming, as you roll out past Christmas, that's when you're going to start seeing the change, yeah, after the time for giving, which is Christmas. That's going to be when you will start to see the residue of that change that you've done energetically trickle down to the 3D. And I believe we got the card, your commitment is being tested, and I think your commitment has been tested a lot. Yeah, prosperity lies ahead, but it flipped in a reverse. And maybe your emotions in your past, or maybe your emotions that thing that keeps taking you, that keeps putting you up and down, is your emotions, and you're worried that maybe you're taking the wrong action and things aren't going to go well for you. But tame that beast, yeah, because powerful change is here. You've done a lot of work, so keep going. A person that reaches resolution, that's you doing the work on yourself, working through your shadows. I feel like you're talking to yourself, like, okay, take a moment, girl or boy, take a moment, breathe. We have nothing will come in a situation, it's time to release negativity. So maybe you have been dealing with someone or something that is really negative. We've got Scorpio energy here. You might be dealing with someone that's, okay, sorry, I'm just letting it come in. Every time I go to say something, I'm getting like a different angle in the energy. You could be dealing with someone, or have dealt with someone that's like a void, like they have a void. This is really weird. There's like a void, like a big black hole in their soul. And I think you've been dealing with this person maybe for some time or whatever, and that's what you're kind of maybe mastering. There's something about a void. Like, it could be like in just how this person is, there's like a void in their mindset or how they go through life, and it's just, they're so negative, but you're releasing that maybe, or it's all the negativity that they've brought to you in your life, you're releasing it. We've got believe in the impossible. I think maybe it's this person. I was gonna say maybe they might. In my head, I was thinking, like, will they work through this void? Like, it feels really dark. And then we've got nothing is set in stone, so they got their own shit to deal with. Whoever this, it's not a nice energy. Whoever, if you've been dealing with this person, this might have been a lot for your emotions. But there is powerful change in this dynamic because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in whatever way that looks like. That balancing, so it's that card again, I've seen that like 3 times. It's all about the balance. Yeah, it's all about the balance. Okay, so okay, you want the gilded. Okay, there we go. Okay, what else we got coming through for the collective, please, Spirit? It's going to be fast. There's something. There's going to be there's going to be a quick change. So remember that, expect powerful change. There's going to be something quick, like it's bang, some shift that's going to really help with the change that you're transitioning into. Like, there's other little changes, but there's one big major shift that comes in like bang, and it's going to just create such a change. How far on this? So what I'm seeing is that person, place, thing, or whatever that negative void scenario is, I think after lots of contemplation and an extended amount of time, you came to the realization, like, there's just no luck in this. Like, I just can't. I have to fly away. Like, I have no choice. After deliberating and going through lots of processes, I have no choice but to spread my wings away from this dynamic person thing. Yeah, and I think this person is quite snaky. We have the look that's chopping it all away. This person's lazy, I'm hearing. So whether that's just lazy as in physical form or lazy-minded, if you've ever dealt with lazy-minded people, so agonising. Oh, there's just no, like, effort, like, their whole mindset and everything is just lazy. It's like nothing, like, never snaky. This person's mouth is open, so they probably are just ready to bite you again. That snake mouth is open. Yeah, this person had you lost, or this thing, place, whatever it is that had you lost. Also, they sabotaged your own garden, is what I'm saying. Like, you created a beautiful garden for your life before, then you may have walked into this situation, met this person, walked into this scenario. Like, it could just, when I say that, it's because there's so many different, like, ways this energy can show up. You could have met someone and had a relationship with them, and this is, they caused you carnage. They sabotaged your garden. You had to kind of pull away, learn to fly away to create a new garden, but it was hard. It could be you started a job and then there was, your boss was like this, or someone you work with was like this, and you've had to, even though you love the job, you've had to find a new job and you really didn't want to, but it will all be for the best. It could be you moved into a home or a house share and it seems so great, the perfect place, the perfect area, perfect room, and then you're sharing and there's one person that's like ruining your life where you live. Do you see what I mean? The energy, you can really put it in so many different ways. So take it, like when I'm speaking, if it makes you think, like, take it how it resonates, yeah? So it's not all going to be romantic for everyone, but this person is lazy, they've just got no get up and go, and they are ready to bite like at any moment, and they sabotage your garden. Like, I'm not sure why. Oh, the void. There's a whole void in this person. They're understanding in emotions, life. They're very cold, like disconnected from their heart space. You're closing the book. You're flying away. You're closing the book. You're flying away. Yeah, because I think someone, if this is a romantic connection, someone else. Yeah, you took a gamble. Well, it's not a gamble actually. I think this person played like a game, played lots of games. Now I'm getting from this card. Yeah. And it feels like you're taking a gamble by flying away because you've tried for so long, but it's not. It's you're learning and growing and understanding what's good for you. This person plays lots of games all the time. Maybe they just see life as a game. Technically, by law, it is. It's a matrix, but not quite like that. Time's up, really. Yeah. You're realising that you are the key. Yeah. This person has done or plays things or caused you so much anguish because you hold the key. Yeah. People don't try and tear you down unless there's something you're bringing. Yeah. Obviously, good people that have done work and that are decent don't try and tear other people down. Bad people who are stuck in their shadows and people that have a void in them, disconnected from their heart space, are on the defense and live in their ego, and yeah, will try and tear, because if someone else is accomplishing, if someone else is happy and has light, that somehow reflects that their issues. That's what everybody does. Everybody mirrors your own issues to you. So it's about, obviously, normal people that are doing the work see that, decode it. How am I what am I doing to help create this energy, or what do I need to do? How do I need to shift and grow? Like, but people that aren't on that journey just project and blame, and everything's everybody else's fault, and I didn't do it's not my fault that I did that, you made me do that, like that kind of bullshit. Like, have you ever dealt with someone that like lies and cheats continuously, and then they're like, it's your fault, or they just refuse to take accountability? It's like, I never did that. Or even if they apologize, it's like, I'm sorry for everything. It's like, you're sorry for what exactly? There's no like, I'm sorry, right? I lied because of this, and this is the reason. It's just it's a fumble. Yeah, it's a fumble of a person, it's a fumble of energy, because there's nothing. They're not doing the work. So you're moving away. So if it is romantic, you're moving away to your divine counterpart, I believe. That's where you're being called to. That's where you're also divine counterpart's being called to. Yep. It was hard. This was hard. But I feel like you reached a point where you're like, I've got bigger fish to fry. That is not a saying I ever say. But there's spirit coming through it. It must be like, I've got one spirit guy that comes up with such hilarious, like, kind of old school sayings. Like, this is such a different generation. But yeah, this is moving towards a better path, towards a better scenario, place, thing, person. Yeah, away from people that hold this kind of energy, deceptive. We've got the fox, the rat, and the snake. My God, come on now. Yeah, you're just like, I wish you well, and you're leaving. Okay. That is the collective energies moving away from someone, something. And we have that void card. So if it's like not one particular person, but the actual energy of the job role, it could be that's creating a void in you because it's causing you so much stress, and it's like, this is not good for my soul. Yeah. It, you know, it could be like that. Okay, let's end on a vision. Okay, so it's a real energy of feeling unheard, unseen, and not understood. Because I'm seeing someone, they've got like a piece of paper with like some information on, and they go to one person, and then they're like wanting to discuss what's on this piece of paper, whatever's on it feels linked to you as a person, whatever. Like, it could be the things you've been through, and explains. It's almost like a CV. There's like not for work, a CV for you as a person. And you're coming up to people and you're like with it, and you begin by starting to, you know, just explain the CV. Not for ages or anything, not going to go on, but you know, if you're coming in contact with someone or something, it's like you're going to be working, handling, dealing with in a relationship, like with them, dating them, then there's things obviously you need to get to know. But I'm seeing this person who are going up, and people just keep shouting at them. It's like they're holding a bit of paper. People are just straight away, like, they're not asking any questions, no interest in you as a person, whoever this resonates for. They're not interested in getting to know what's on the CV or what you have to say. You're going to people and they're just like, meh, meh. Like, it's just pure projection of their shit. They're not interested in knowing or caring about your wants. And you're like, okay. And then you go to another person and it's the same kind of thing. Or it's like it starts well for 5 minutes because you're asking them about their CV, and when you now like, right, and you go to talk about your CV, your personal CV, there's no interest. They don't care. They're not listening. You're just like, what the fuck? And I believe this has continued to happen until you're like, fuck this. So you're ripping the CV up. You're like, it seems there's no one in this world that cares enough to talk, to ask, to be interested. So I'm just going to rip this shit up and do me. Because it seems that I'm the only person in the world that has the care and love to not only want to know about someone and what's on their CV, but to want someone to want that for me. I'm not dealing with people like this. And you're just like going it alone. So, and then what I'm seeing is, on your way out through the door, kind of, there's like a number of doors, but you go through one and come downstairs, and then before you go outside, there's a door, and you run into someone, and you're just like looking at them, and you look down. Obviously, you have no CV anymore because you ripped that shit up. And this person looks quite sad, and you kind of see their CV, and you're like, oh, because it's going to be the same thing, isn't it? It's all about them. But when you look again, you can see there's like all burn marks around like one half of the CV, and there's bits that are like black. You can still get the gist of what he was saying. You can't read it because it's upside down, but you're like, whoa, because you've never seen this. Everyone you've dealt with has got fresh paper. So that does kind of stop and jolt you, and you're like, what happened here? And this person hides it, and you're like, okay. So then you're just like, oh, 18 on the timer. Then you're just like, oh, I don't even know what to do with this, because, okay, this is different. I've just seen a CV that's been really burned, but I've got nothing left. I'm not doing this. So you've got your guard up massively. And you're pondering, do I just push past this person and keep going, or do I give them 5 minutes and just see? Because I just asked them about the burn and they've hid it, so is this person going to just be deceptive? So you're standing there contemplating, looking at them, and then you actually do look at them and you're like, well, they look alright. They're actually okay looking, like, I find them attractive. They're not saying much though. Like, they haven't asked you a question yet, and you're just ready to be like, you're taking and processing. And then this person's like, so obviously you've seen my CV's burn. I'm not ready to talk about that. But where's yours then? And you're like, okay, I don't actually have it. I've ripped it up because I'm sick of dealing with people that are like this. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares to ask me what's on it. Every time I try and talk about what's on it, nobody cares. So I ripped it up and realised that you're just on your own in life and nobody gives a fuck. And this person's like, oh, realising, oh, you may have possibly been through a lot of shit as well. So your guard doesn't go down, but you're willing to see 200 and 2 on the time of them. So you might be willing to give this person 10 minutes because they actually asked you. So you kind of both walk over to a tree and you just kind of sat down and you're talking. Guard's still up a bit, but the more you're getting to know this person, the more it's starting to give you hope. But then you're scared of the hope because it's like, I don't want to waste my time again. But what you are finding out is that someone else tried to set their CV alight. Their CV that they'd spent so much time preparing, organising and prepping. Someone tried to burn it badly to sabotage them. And your heart, it does pull on your heartstrings because of all the pain you felt. But you're a bit worn down. And I believe this person's not worn down, they've been burnt, and they've got their own kind of guard up, but it's different. It's going to be one where you're both carrying that burden, if you like, and you're both a bit scared. So you're both kind of surrendering because you're like, I'm not going to invest too hard or fast or anything, but I am 21 on the timer. I am being pulled a bit. Because the more I do actually hear, the more it ticks a lot of boxes for me. And they're showing things that nobody else has, but I am anxious because I don't trust people. And I believe that's just how it's going to slowly go until both these people just surrender. Now, again, take the metaphor as it could be a new job and you're a bit anxious and it all flows. It just shows you, I suppose, like, you reach that point where you're done and you give up and you're just about you, and then spirit's bringing someone in if it is romantic and you're like, I don't know if I want to do this. For the first time ever, you're like, I don't know if I want to do this, and it's like gonna be the one. But this person, it's a sad story when you finally get to decode and you put all the pieces together to find about this person that tried to burn their CV. Obviously that's a metaphor, and your heart does really go out for them. This person, I think this person at the beginning, they also have a guard, but they're not mean or nasty. It's just they don't trust, and it's not deceptive. This person's completely an open book, but when they're comfortable. So it's that whole like beginning bit. But when you're carrying your own issues and burdens from people, it's hard because you can kind of take that as deceptive, but it's not deceptive. It would be deceptive if they were telling lies and holding things if you're in a committed relationship, been together for a while, but it's not at the beginning when you get to know this person. They're just not ready, which is completely fine. So I'm going to finish that one there because I've got loads to do and my brother's not well, and yeah. So if you are interested in booking a private reading, info's in the box down below. And in the meantime, I send you so much love and light.